Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Loving Muslim Marriage. I'm Zeba Khan.
And I'm Sabah Sayed.
And I have an interesting question for Sabah. Sabah, do women need food?
I think so. I hope so.
Okay. Do women need love?
Definitely.
Do women need a house?
Yeah.
Do women need sex?
Yes.
Okay. So if we consider women to be part of the general human populace, and we consider these to be basic human needs, where are we getting this idea from that women do not need sex and do not have the desire for it?
Culture, both Eastern and the old-time Western culture, where it's believed that sex is for men and it's a chore and it's a duty for women. That's how girls are raised, and this concept is like a loop that carries on, basically passed on to the next generation, and good, pious women don't desire sex. Sexual satisfaction is only desired by prostitutes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and also the 1800 European endocentric society. If we go back, it was believed that women were incapable of having climax.
Well, they also thought they didn't have souls too for a while.
So if something didn't have soul, it cannot have desires. Hence no sexual desires and no need to sexually satisfy her.
Why don't you think that the Muslim culture or community has updated its idea? Why are we not having this conversation?
I guess it's the same taboo issue, some things are not talked about. It goes against the essence of haya that we talked about, like is it bad in Islam to discuss sex, one of our previous videos. Mm-hmm. So it goes back to that the whole concept of haya is messed up.
The understanding of haya is messed up.
Yes, the understanding of haya is messed up. So why we don't talk about this is, first of all, the concept of haya. Second of all, I suppose that when it comes to men complaining about not being sexually satisfied, and they're reaching out to, our shuyukh or people of knowledge.
Who are predominantly male.
Predominantly men, yes.
Okay.
So it's understood because these excuses always given that men are sexual, and female, because of the society's brainwashing, they've been programmed to think that they cannot have. It's not okay for them to have sexual desires. So what happens is they want to believe that, but they can't because their own nature, their own fitra goes against it. It's normal. It's actually abnormal not to have sexual desires.
Yes, it is abnormal to be asexual. That
Yes.
is an understood and generally agreed upon principle when it comes to psychology and the medical field.
Unfortunately, not among the Muslim world, where we are forced to believe that no, women are asexual too.
That's fascinating, and I think one of the reasons why there's a discrepancy between the medical community and the psychological community in recognizing a woman's sexual needs versus the Muslim community is that because of haya, and haya is a beautiful thing, but it shouldn't stop you from seeking justice or seeking after what's halal. Because of haya, women are reluctant to take their intimate problems to a male sheikh.
Yes.
And because the male shuyukh don't hear the problems from the women, they assume that they don't exist.
Yes.
So because of gender and the comfort of being able to talk to someone, it's more comfortable to talk to another woman about sex.
Yes.
Even if you've never met her, than it is to talk to a man that you've never met about your sex life.
Yes.
It's just very uncomfortable. And so because of that, there is this idea that because nothing is complained about, that there must not be anything to complain about.
Exactly. And then when, people like me who are involved in community service or involved in advising or handling marital issues, when we as females get to hear problems from other women in their comfort zone, where they're not afraid of being judged, or they're not afraid of, oh my God, something is wrong with me.
Or they're going to think I'm crazy and that I'm being demanding, or that I have a loose character because I'm demanding more sex.
Yes, or I'm hypersexual, which
Yeah.
is, a demeaning term
Yeah.
for women. Then we get to hear that they're not satisfied in their intimate life, or their husband is not fulfilling them. Their particular sexual needs and their sexual desires, and the necessity of climaxing, which is not acknowledged in the Muslim world, the majority Muslim world. So all these issues start coming out when the women are out there handling the problems and issues. So it doesn't mean that a woman who wants to address this issue is creating the problem, or that it's something isolated, or it's like a minority of Muslim women who are desiring sex, or they have all of a sudden become hypersexual. It's just that women are feeling comfortable reaching out to the female speakers, or to the female therapists, or to the female students of knowledge with their problems, and talking about their physical needs, their sexual needs in their comfort zone.
And again, it just seems even crazy to ask this question, that do women need sex?
It's just like, Zeba, if I'm going to ask you, do you need food?
Yeah.
It's an appetite, it's a desire, it's a humanly need. One is food, one is sexual fulfillment.